What's up, everybody? I hope you're doing awesome today. You've made a big decision. You've decided to buy a house. There are a lot of financial implications that come with purchasing a property, right? One of the big questions is, how much money do you put down? For most of us, we have to secure a loan and then we have to put some money down to complete the purchase of that property. So the key question is, what do you put down? What percentage do you put down? In this video, my goal is to arm you with some data and some advice to help you make a sound financial decision. So you might be thinking, what's the ideal amount to put down? In my opinion, if you can do it, putting down 20% is a great first step in the entire process. Why 20%? From a lender's standpoint, if you put down 20%, it's a substantial enough amount of money for them so that if they do have to foreclose on you later, which we hope that doesn't happen, then they won't face uncompensated losses. So the 20% is kind of the gold standard. It's a good number to follow if you can do it. Also, with the 20% number, you typically get a very competitive market level interest rate. So if you have a better interest rate on your mortgage, that lowers your interest expense long term, and that can help you save a lot of money. If you can put this 20% down, one thing that it does, it allows you to avoid paying PMI, which is private mortgage insurance. So private mortgage insurance is something that lenders charge, and it protects them in the event that you default on your loan. So for PMI, it's a piece of your payment every month, and my wife and I have had to pay PMI back a couple of houses ago, and I forgot the exact amount, but I think our PMI was around 80 to 90 bucks or so maybe for the month, but it's part of your monthly payment that you get no benefit from. It's insurance, kind of like, we've got health insurance, we've got car insurance that we pay every month. Sometimes we got to use it, sometimes we don't. But with PMI, you don't get any benefit from it. It's just protection for the lender. So if you can put down 20% or more, you avoid paying PMI and you also save yourself some money every month. Hey, do me a favor. Hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. It really supports my channel. While you do that, I'm gonna go fix my hair and I'll be right back. You might be thinking, there's no way that I can put 20% down. My name's Stephen Kotobash and I'm a realtor here in the Northern Atlanta area. And yes, sometimes clients don't have the 20% to put down. You've got to think about what part of the country you're in. So you might be in a part of the country where you might be buying a $300,000 house. So then that 20% is obviously $60,000 that you've got to come up with. You might be in California or somewhere in the Northeast where maybe you're looking to buy a comparable home that could be $900,000 in those parts of the country. So if so, 20% is $180,000, of course. So that's a lot more of a burden to come up with. So you've got to take a look at what part of the country you're in, the price range of the houses that you're looking at to see if that 20% is feasible or not for you. I'll share with you that yes, it's possible to put down less than 20%. I mean, you could put down as little as 3% potentially, depending on if you can qualify for a VA loan or a USDA loan or some other special types of loans that are out there. However, be very careful if you put down something like 3% or a low amount on a loan, because oftentimes with those type of loans, you're faced with a higher percentage rate, so a higher interest rate, and then also the upfront fees and costs that you have to pay are higher. So what I would do if I were you is I would pull out some kind of spreadsheet, calculator, whatever, and just crunch the numbers. And you can look at it and say, I could put down a little bit, but then I've got a higher interest rate over the life of my loan, and I've got a higher upfront cost of fees and expenses and things like that. Or I could put down more money up front, and then I've got a lower interest rate over the course of my loan, and then my fees and expenses are a little lower as well. So just crunch the numbers and see what makes sense for you. If you're going to be in a loan long term, if you think it's going to be 8, 10, 12 years or more, then really take a hard look at that interest rate that you lock yourself into, because those dollars add up every single month, and you believe it or not, you'll look back, if you start adding up the interest that you pay, it adds up to hundreds and hundreds of dollars very quickly. Another important topic that you've got to think through is, how long is it going to take me to save up for, if you're trying to aim for 20%, let's say, how long is it going to take you to save up the 20% to put down? In my opinion, if it's going to take you a year or two to save up, then that's great. Take the year or two, save up your money, then you've got your down payment, and then you're ready to go shop for your next property. But if you think that it's going to take you numerous years to save up the 20%, then you'll probably want to look at putting something less down, because that way you can go ahead and buy a house sooner, and you can start building equity and enjoy that huge benefit of home ownership. Before you jump off my channel, I would love it if you would take a look at another video that I published here, and I talk about avoiding being house poor, and I talk about those home ownership costs that you might not be thinking of. Check me out in that video. My hair looks really good in that one. I think you'll be impressed. Thanks so much for checking out this video. I hope that it really helps you out, because I completely understand it can be a little scary. It can seem daunting when you're thinking about buying a property, whether it's your first one or your second one or your 10th property. It's a big decision, and there's a lot that goes into it. With my clients, I really pride myself into working closely with not only them, but our lender partner as well. And as a team, we can make sure that we put our heads together to come up with the best strategy that fits that specific client's needs. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you guys on the next video.